So this first eyebrow look that we're going to be doing is the very sharp Instagram eyebrows. I know a lot of you guys have seen them online or in public, depending on the makeup look, where the eyebrow is filled in very dark and it's very sharp and precise, and it's just like an Instagram eyebrow look. It's not something you can wear every day, but you definitely see them on Instagram all the time. I do them occasionally. If I'm wearing a very dramatic look, then this is the eyebrow look that I will do. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the Instagram eyebrow. For this, I'm gonna be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, and this is in the color Auburn. And this is what the inside looks like. It's just kind of like a paint pot. And then you can see the lid. I've wiped off a lot of it. So for this, where's my brush? This is the Anastasia eyebrow brush. This is number 12. So you have this very fine brush here, and then you have the spoolie on the end. So when you ever start an eyebrow, you do want to go ahead and brush out your eyebrow. Brush the hair upwards and then take these hairs kind of down. So you want to already give your eyebrow the shape that as a guide. And then remember, eyebrows are sisters, they're not twins, so your eyebrows are not going to look identical. This eyebrow does not grow right here for some reason, probably from over tweezing when I was younger. So as you can see, I have more eyebrow hairs on this side, so I always have to fill it in more right here. And then as you can see too with my eyebrows, I do trim them. So I will trim here, and I just try and get them all in even shape. So going into the Anastasia Dip Brow with this angled end. And you're just gonna outline your eyebrow. On the bottom, I always start on the bottom. And then I leave the front up here. And then just with a very light hand, I'm just gonna fade this line. So you see you have a line that goes from light to dark. With the spoolie in, I'm gonna go ahead and brush some of this color upward into the brow. And then I'm going to go back in with this end into the paint pot, and I'm going to go up top here, and very lightly I'm going to brush this. And then go down. So you can kind of get the shape that you want, and then towards the front, you're just gonna use a lighter hand. You're still gonna make that straight shape, but you're using a lighter hand. And then we're gonna brush this down into the brow, and then we're gonna brush back up and reshape the brow. So I've got my shape right there. I'm gonna go back in with the dip brow. And now you're just going to make hair-like strokes throughout the brow. And this is where you're filling in the actual brow. So then in the front, you just want to make hair-like motion and just do a little wisping motion with your hand. Okay, and then you brush this out. And then once you get a shape and like color that you're happy with, that's it, you're done. So for me personally, I like to have the front of my eyebrow lighter than the rest of my eyebrow. I just believe it to look more natural and aesthetically pleasing. But you know, it's your personal preference. If you want to fill it in all the way, you can. I just personally don't think that that looks as natural. But if that's what makes you happy, then that's what you should be doing. Always do your makeup for yourself. Don't ever do it for anybody else. So people are always going to have something to say that they don't agree with, but it's your body, it's your preference. So do what you want. So you can see the difference. Something's much darker. And anywhere where you think needs a little more color, just go in and fill that in more. As you can see, that's a big difference. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this eyebrow now. This is my treble eyebrow. So as you can see, there's barely any hairs right here. So this eyebrow is a lot more harder to work with. And I'm just gonna give you an example of a difficult eyebrow. Okay, so once you have both of your eyebrows colored, filled in, whatever you want to call it. See, I'm a perfectionist, so I like seeing things. Then you want to put down your eyebrow tool. So the next step is carving out your eyebrows. Now what this does is this just makes your eyebrows pop even more and kind of gives them like a divider between your foundation and your eyebrows. You can do your eyebrows after your foundation, and for the most part I do, but with really dramatic eye looks, when I want this eyebrow, I'm gonna do my eyebrows first and just get it out of the way. So there are a few ways you can do this. You can use a concealer pencil, or you can use your own concealer and a brush. If you prefer to use a brush. I'm using the MAC concealer in NW15. This is the Studio Finish Concealer. This is my Ride or Die concealer. Hey guys, my stomach is growling. I've had like 3 meals today. I'm like meal prepping and my stomach is growling. I'm like, why? You're not hungry. You've had tons of vegetables and protein today. So then I'm gonna take this flat concealer brush, and this is a Maxima brush in 5A. This is from the makeup school that I went to. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go under the eyebrow. And you just wanna make really light motions and just carve out your eyebrow. And you can go over as far as you want. You don't need a whole lot of product for this. And then we're gonna go on the top. I'm sorry if you can't see. Just taking this down. So you see how that's kind of like you're outlining your eyebrow. If anybody sees you doing your makeup like this, they're gonna think you're insane. But once your makeup is finished, then they'll be like, oh, okay, I get it. Okay, so you can kind of see like how that just completely carves out your eyebrow. Okay, then same thing on the sister. You want to do the same stuff on that side. What are we doing? So now that you have your eyebrows carved out, then you can take like a little blending brush. This is Artis. This is the brush Oval 4. It's got this little head. But equivalently, you could use like a shader brush for eyeshadow as long as it's dense. And I'm going to show you why. You just want to go in here and you're just going to blend this concealer into the rest of your face to get rid of like those harsh lines. So you just want to be careful not to go in your actual eyebrow that you just created. And you're going to go blending this out. And then the last thing that you want to do is take a clear brow gel. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. And just go over that, and this just helps these little babies stay right where they are all day. A little goes a long way. And then that's it. You are done. Hopefully that helps you if you want to do more of a dramatic eyebrow And this is the Anastasia Dip Brow Instagram eyebrow that you can do, where it is very defined. And yeah, stay tuned for other eyebrow looks.